Here we go. Here we go. Victrip. Victrip R6. You can buy these. Not sponsored by anybody. VicTripEbike.com. Looks like a little bitty wheels. Little bitty wheels. So when you buy one of these, as any e-bike, I recommend a full tune-up. You know, I mean, you can do the bare minimum. That's what this customer did. I didn't take it out of the box, but it's brand new. Customer thankfully took it out, unpacked it, did the bare minimum. But as you probably noticed, the brakes rub. The brakes don't work right. If these pull to the handlebar like that, that's a major safety issue. Can't be that way. And you see I've got my Raunch. I got my lightweight Japanese 21 mil. That's right. You're gonna need a 21 millimeter for that puppy. But look at this. That chain's way too tight. The chain is, oh boy, you can feel it. I can barely pedal it. Just kidding. But yeah, see that? Too tight. Chain's too tight. You'll just ruin the chain. You'll ruin the freewheel. Everything's getting pulled on by that chain tension. So there's no derailleur. You see there's no derailleur. There's a derailleur hanger built into the frame. Classic. But see, you've got a chain tensioner. This here is a chain tensioner. It tensions the chain. It's doing it too much, ski. But this won't do anything until you loosen this first. So you guys sit over here for a minute. Just sit over here for a minute. Can you see me? That was easy. I wasn't hanging the bike like this. You can't just hang an e-bike like you used to be able to hang a bike. You don't hang. Okay, come on back over. So now that we got that loose, loosey goosey, this one over here loose. Come on, gimbal, I've got this camera in the wrong mode. And looky here, Victrip and every other e-bike manufacturer on the planet. So the Consumer Product Safety Commission put out a bulletin. This tail, see how long this tail is? This tail cannot be more than 1 inch long. You want to know why? You want to know why? What can happen? Now what could possibly happen here? Now how could that be bad? I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that's going to lock up your wheel. So this has to be trimmed short. Every e-bike I do, every single one, those tails are not within spec. How do they not know this stuff? Look. Gibbly goo. Diggity doo dah. Zippity yay. It's so dumb. But I guess that's what they got me for. If everything was easy, boy, wouldn't it be a... So yeah, loosen this. Loosen. Wiggle. Loosen it some more. hit it, push on it. Ooh, too much. So you measure the deflection. Should be 13 millimeters of deflection. Most of these BMXer style. Personally, I find the tight spot one-handed. I do it all one-handed now, even though I bought a fucking camera. So dumb. I need a DJI Nano. This is a Pocket 3 and it sucks. So anyway, so if you see that chain, as I cycle this around, you can see it going up and down. It's going tight, loose, tight, loose. So tight, there's the tightest spot right there. So you find the tight spot in the cycle, and then we'll tension it there. And rather than 13 mils of deflection, I go as tight as it can be without binding. Right there. You can see that chain. I can feel it in my hand in the pedal that right here it just almost wants to start have resistance. It wants to start to have resistance in the chain, in the pedals. But yeah. So just barely me and a person I used to know, we used to say tight, not tight. You want this to be tight, not tight. You don't want it loose, you don't want it tight. You want zero deflection. Technically this is probably 13 mil, but just make it so it's not binding and it's not loose. It's neither. Okay? Okay. And then you tighten them back up with your big fat 21 millimetric. Tighten that back up. Okay, you guys way over here. While this gimbal figures out what the fuck it's doing. Ooh, there you go. Yeah. Okay, that's done. That's gonna ride much, much better. Now we gotta do the brake. Do the rear brake. Ooh, I don't want to see that. Turn around. Turn it around. First thing you do, screw that lock nut out, screw this barrel adjuster in all the way, which loosens the brake. And let's get this over like that. And then screw this one in all the way. And then you're going to check that this hasn't been reclamped way up here. This distance can actually never be less than 1 inch. This is the brake arm. When you pull the brake, the cable pulls that arm. That arm can never bottom out. If that arm comes up and touches here, you have no brakes. It's extremely not safe. So never tighten the brake here. Never ever tighten the brake by reclamping at the anchor bolt. This is called the anchor bolt. Don't tighten the brake at the anchor bolt. Only use the barrel adjuster. So if you turn this nut backwards, if you loosen, like I'm loosening here, you will tighten the brake. You will tighten the cable. It's effectively pulling the cable like this. So I want to adjust it with it screwed in all the way. And this one's fine, but I want to verify that this hasn't been reclamped. You'll see a clamping spot down here and somebody clamped it way up here. just loosen it and let it flop back. And you want it just barely tight enough on that cable that it pulls the cable back. You don't want it going all the way till it stops. You want it just barely up and then clamp it. So, since that one appears to be in the right spot, I'm going to check the torque. You got to use a big Allen wrench and crank that bee down. Crank her down. And then adjusting the brake is a matter of looking. Right here you have the brake pads. The gold is the gold parts are the backing plates of the brake pads. That silver part is the spring that pushes the pads back, as well as the spring in there. It's a mechanical actuated brake as opposed to hydraulic. And there's a pin going through. When you change the pads, you take that pin out. That's all that's holding them. They have to float free so they can move back and forth. But this one has a severely bent rotor, I noticed just now. Yeah. So you spin the brake and you have to look for daylight down here. See daylight on the sides of the pads. Looking right in that hole down there. So yeah, I'm going to mount LEDs in my floor that shine up and give me background light so I can see really good back here. Back there. Well, okay, I'm going to do it. I can't do it one-handed, so you guys are just going to have to kiss my ass. Give that a shot, Steve. Goodness. I don't think I can do anything about that. My goodness. Come on, wait. God. We're gonna turn that around. That is not working. Not working.